Today, Cardano enters its most bullish phase. That is, IOHK announcing the Alonzo Rollout plan, which is the stepping stone to the completion of the Goguen era and the deployment of smart contracts on the Cardano blockchain. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in. Especially hit that like if you're following the Cardano news today. Fresh out, Alonzo Rollout plan. In our regular monthly show, we're sharing more on how Alonzo will comprise a color-coded series of testnets, gradually rolling out from today with Alonzo Blue. And the rollout plan consists of basically 5 colors, 3 main colors, the final staging phase with Alonzo red and black, but it starts today with blue to white to purple. And I want to discuss that. And then I want to talk about, this news. I want to really talk about what's going on and how it ties into everything that we've been tracking for months and months. And we've entered that phase. We've entered the completion of Goguen coming just around the corner. And, we've been through it. We've tracked Shelly hard fork back here, Mary hard fork, and now here we are with Alonzo. So let's look at this. This is the news today to kind of break this down for you. There's 3 phases, and that's what the plan consists of. The initial phase in June, expanding to its full deployment in September. This is it. This is the time frame. Color-coded testnets. IOG has started with testnet blue. This first phase will be conducted with a pioneer task force, initial partners, and a spin up with core stake pool operators. So basically, it's going to be basic functionality, a few pioneers, few SPOs. That's kind of this first blue phase. Going on, IOG will launch Alonzo White with more partners involved, some dApps, integration with WBE and PAB, benchmarks, and more participation from around 500 community members, pioneers, and stake pool operators. Now, this testnet will allow partners and pioneers to run their scripts on the network with the first benchmarking basic dApps for versions of Uniswap and stablecoins. In addition, Alonzo White will introduce the first exchanges integrated with the Rosetta framework, a mechanism created by Coinbase to facilitate adding tokens to these platforms. And then in August, Alonzo Purple will launch the first public testnet with all pioneers onboarded with the partners' dApps. During this phase, components Daedalus Flight and Explorer will be tested alongside the stability of the platform. So that kind of breaks it down. And then finally, Alonzo will have 2 small stages called red and black, but Alonzo Purple will pretty much have Plutus and smart contracts ready for the hard fork combinator event in the final month of Q3 2021. Final month of Q3 being September. So I want to talk about that because this is you're going to see this all over the place. People saying it's delayed. I can't believe it. The speculation really has been, August, hard fork combinator in August. That's what it's going to be. But there was never an exact date given, first of all. And I tweeted this earlier. I said, people that mention Cardano being delayed don't understand 2 things. What is involved technically to build the infrastructure of world-changing technology? And I highlight that. I truly highlight that. Do you understand from a technical level? And maybe I personally think about it more because I recruit engineers for startups. That's what my recruiting firm does. And so I see how things are built, how technologies are built. And taking that a step further, what IOHK has been building with Cardano is absolutely insane. And I think people that complain, and in this case, we're talking about a couple weeks difference, basically, probably between an August launch and September launch. When people complain about that, I think they don't understand what, at the very basic level, is happening right now. And then 2, it isn't even delayed. It really isn't. There was never any exact date given in terms of Cardano and the Alonzo hard fork. And I just want to talk about this. This is IOHK. This is their LinkedIn. And you can just see, 249 employees, the most talented team, some of the most bright talent in the world building the infrastructure for what is actually happening, for what's coming together. The rollout plan is here. We are entering this final phase. And the technology, the completion of the Goguen era, it's just going to be so cool. And beyond that, there's other things going on that we haven't even talked about. Marlowe is our suite of products created to democratize finance and empower people across the globe to build and execute financial smart contracts on their terms. Financial smart contracts executed very simply. There's a blog about it, basically reimagining peer-to-peer finance with Marlowe. Jeff over at Swag over here on Twitter, he tweeted, introducing Marlowe Run, allowing users to build smart contracts at the most basic level on Cardano. And just like, look at this. Look how simplistic. And I love when you have the confluence of just world-changing, extremely difficult technology to build with simple interface. And that's what you have here. And it's game changing. I mean, it's just so game changing. If there's any cryptocurrency to speculate on from just a price perspective, it is Cardano, in my opinion. I guess that's just my opinion. Can't say it as fact, but I can't think of any other crypto right now going into this summer. I really can't, and potentially into this bull market. The other thing, I saw this, Kaizen Crypto tweeted, the last ETH gas fee you will ever have to pay is to convert your ERC token to Cardano. Testnet rollout in June. And just look at this. Like, look at this ERC20 token converter. To visualize it, to see what is actually coming. Again, from a purely speculative play, I don't think there's anything more bullish for crypto than Cardano. Scrolling down a little bit, I saw there was somebody asked a really good question. They said, is the ERC20 converter for users like you or I to move our tokens over to Cardano for lower fees? Or is it for the actual ERC20 projects themselves to move over to Cardano? Is it both? And Kaizen Crypto replied, he said, both. The tokens are convertible between chains for users and projects. We'll likely see smaller projects converting all together and larger projects having a presence on both chains. So that's just crazy. I gotta follow Kaizen Crypto over here. It's just crazy to think about the ERC20 token converter alongside everything we just talked about, and the Alonzo Rollout plan. And the crazy thing is the time frame of it. Like, we've built other things, and I shouldn't say we. Cardano IOHK has built other things, in the months and months leading into this, right? The multi-asset ledger, Mary hard fork, the staking mechanism, the Shelley hard fork. This has all been being built, and it's actually arrived, and it's here. And so many of you are delegating with our Crypto Capital Venture stake pools and other pools that are out there, and we're taking part and we're building together on this Cardano ecosystem. And the fact that in this very small window of time that we finally made it to all of these things coming and converging together is just bullish, and exciting. Put price aside for a second. It's just extremely exciting to have tracked all of this and see it being put together piece by piece with such precision. And it's just really cool. And to just see all of you out there in the comments and in the community and on Twitter, just kind of excited as well. It's just a very, very incredible time for the crypto space. And I think more and more people are going to be waking up to what is actually happening here. Reimagining peer-to-peer finance. Things like this, everybody. So soon. So wanted to do an update on that. This is a very different video, obviously, not talking about price, but we can see what is happening before our eyes as we enter the most bullish phase for Cardano. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're excited, let me know it. I'll see you all in the next video. Have an awesome day. God bless.